Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes as we get set to prepare you for this Thursday. And we're watching on the satellite. You can see the latest weather system moving through the northeast. Pretty well defined on the satellite view here with that uh, comma shape signature, but it is exiting out to the east. We had some overnight showers and thunderstorms. The radar as of 7 a.m. has already the back edge offshore, so there's very little left, if anything, going on in New Jersey and in Pennsylvania, down into Maryland and Delaware. So improving weather conditions will be settling in as we go through the day. Meanwhile, east of New York City, the last of the showers and storms are moving away. And actually, there was a fairly impressive line of storms that developed in this band during the overnight hours. But again, all of this will be gone in the next couple of hours, and by midday, it'll be gone even in southeastern New England. So it's a slow improvement with decreasing clouds and increasing sunshine as we move through this afternoon, and temperatures will be in the upper 70s and low 80s just about everywhere. The Storm Prediction Center for today for severe weather, it's back in the plains, the southern and central plains, a fairly large area of slight risk, which is coming with a smallish area of 2% risk. That might get expanded later on today, depending on what the daytime heating does. In the meantime, the risk areas that you see, particularly what's in the northeast, that's left over from this morning. So effectively, after 8 or 9 a.m., there is no risk for thunderstorms as this weather system moves on out. Severe weather risk marginal from the coastal Carolinas down into North Florida and through the Gulf states. For tomorrow, the risk area moves from the central Gulf to the lower Mississippi Valley for the day 3 time frame, which is Saturday into Sunday. No severe weather is being forecast at this time. And with regards to the long range, we are looking at predictability too low pretty much right through the day 4 to day 8 time frame. The rainfall amounts over the next 7 days, now that we're pretty much done with what we had overnight, and not really all that much. We're looking at another quarter to maybe a half an inch. Higher amounts in upstate New York and back through Pennsylvania. Half an inch to an inch from Virginia down to North Carolina. A stripe of half an inch to an inch and a half from South Florida, northwestward along the Gulf Coast, and then from there northwestward through the lower Mississippi Valley and into the Central Plains. On the wet side, as it has been for the northern plains, on up to the Pacific Northwest. So let's run through what's going on here with regards to the rest of the week and the weekend. Our system here exits out to the east. As we said, we get improving weather conditions as we move through this Thursday. Friday looks fine. Temperatures upper 70s and lower 80s with sunshine. Now the next system for Saturday has become less robust and a little disjointed. The support aloft is not nearly as pronounced as what was being indicated days ago. Some showery rains here overnight on Friday night into Saturday morning in Pennsylvania and Ohio. They start to move closer to the coast during the morning hours on Saturday. But notice on most of the models here, it's pretty blotchy. So don't expect it to rain all day. There'll be some dry periods in between. And in fact, from mid-morning on, we're going to see this stuff gradually dry out. So it's all but gone after about 2 or 3 o'clock. So the afternoon, much of the mid and late afternoon and evening on Saturday should be fine. Saturday night into Sunday morning should be okay. Then we've got this cold front and upper trough that will be approaching with the chance for some showers and thunderstorms Sunday afternoon and evening. So Sunday morning looks okay. It'll be the opposite. And then Sunday afternoon and evening, we could see some showers and thunderstorms move through the northeast. And going into next week, it looks to be, at least to start, dry. We have a couple of weak disturbances that we may have to deal with. One Tuesday morning that's dropping southeastward from the lower lakes with some showers and storms. That might be there on later models. It might not be. It's a very small system. And then it remains dry until late in the week when we probably get another cold front that tries to approach on Friday sometime with a couple of showers and perhaps a thunderstorm. Now, the overall upper air flow for next week is predominantly going to be from the north or northwest. There is an upper ridge. I'm just going to roll it backwards here so you can see at least through the weekend what's happening. Here's the upper trough for for Saturday, and you notice that it actually gets weaker as we go through the weekend. It's a feature, but unlike what we were seeing earlier, where it was forecast to strengthen, now it's forecast to sort of weaken and drop down into New England. Our flow is northwest, which is dry. A ridge builds over Kentucky and Tennessee, but we're kind of on the edge of this for Wednesday and Thursday, and eventually it flattens out because another trough drops southward down from Canada, and that's going to bring in some much cooler air for Father's Day weekend. Actually, quite a bit of cooler air for Father's Day weekend. And the only other thing I will leave you with is, as always, on the longer range runs, models start spinning things up, and we do see the GFS doing that next weekend, trying to bring something out of the Caribbean and into the Gulf of Mexico as far as a tropical system is concerned. All I'll say about that is whether it's real or not doesn't matter. What matters is that pressures down in the Gulf of Mexico and in the Caribbean, particularly the southern part of the Gulf of Mexico and in the Caribbean, will be lower than normal. And usually that is a fairly solid setup for the potential for tropical cyclone development. Whether it happens or not is a whole other matter, but just something to consider. Okay, let's get our Thursday underway as these showers and storms make their exit. And we will review the short and long range outlook on tonight's Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:30 Eastern Time. We'll see you then.